I think I'm on. I think I'm on. Am I on? Put my glasses again. Because my eyes are bothering me. I don't even need this on. I'm not even doing anything. Good morning. It is 2322. 2322. That's what it is. 2322. I'm James Lott Jr. This is JLJ this morning. Live and in color. In living color. My hands are dry from washing them. I'm going to put some of my lotion on. Philosophy sponsor me. I don't even know if you make this one anymore. The honey cream, do you make it anymore? I don't know. Yes. We'll take a moment, see if anybody comes on. See if anybody comes in. It's I'm live on the YouTube channel. There you go. There's somebody. Hello. Hello. Come on in. I'm feeling very creative this morning, so I should feel I'm in a good mood a little bit. Yesterday I was irritated. Today I'm a little better. You know, that's how it goes. Some days you feel like a bitch, and some days you're doing better. Doing better today. Doing better. I don't know if I'm more optimistic about the world or anything, but I'm doing better. Very creative. I have a couple of things I'm going to tell you. I'll wait for more people to come in, and then I will tell people. Come on in. Coming to you live from Inglewood, California, which is Los Angeles. And I have several things going on. I have a recording tonight. It's so funny. I have a recording that I am hooray. I gotta fill this out. Okay. I have all this stuff I gotta do. Some days you're to fly, some days you're to wish you. It's a doggy dog world, and I'm wearing milk bone underwear. That's an old Rodney Dangerfield saying. Let me start. Let me start Rodney Dangerfield. Let me start it. I'm gonna cry right now. My life is just over. No, my eyes are watering. Allergy stuff. No, I feel good. I have a recording tonight that I've been trying to get done over the last 3 weeks. It has been the funniest. I ask every week, you should try every week. It's always one person who can't do it. Everybody else can do it, and one person can't do it. And it's one of these shows that everybody has to be there. So I'm not giving up. A lot of times I'll just give up and say, screw it. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going and going because it's partially recorded already. So I actually want to finish it. When we finish this, if everybody shows up tonight, I got till 7 o'clock. If everybody shows up, one person show up, tell them, one person. I keep telling them, this is the problem. I said, this is where these scenes are where everybody has to be here. No one can record it separately. No one can record it by themselves. You have to be here. So I'm like, to me, this is getting hilarious. It's like, before I would say, fuck it. I'm not doing it anymore. Screw it. I'll go in the archives and it'll be an unfinished work with partially, but it's already partially done. So I just want to finish it. And it's a good story. I just want to finish it. So I think, yeah, so I'm laughing. I have not watched any soaps this week. It is Thursday. And I usually watch at least a couple. I've been so busy. I haven't watched Young and the Restless or Bold and the Beautiful or General Hospital. I've heard bits and pieces. I have no idea. I've not watched anything. And I had nothing. Someone's asked me the other day, I'm like, I can't tell anything. I don't know anything. Don't know nothing. I haven't watched nothing. So I'm trying to start watching today. I'll try to a little later. I watched New Big Brother last night, Celebrity Big Brother. I did watch that. I fell asleep. I was watching Abbott Elementary. I fell asleep. That's it. That's what I watched. I haven't watched anything else. I've been so busy. I just wrote a new story. I'm writing another new story, and hopefully either this weekend or beginning of next week, I will be releasing a whole new album. It's called Surprise. And it's a surprise to me too, because I came up with 8 songs that are all mine, and I am putting it out for free. So it'll be a free album. So you can go to my Spotify, not Spotify, that's not free. My SoundCloud page, James Lott Jr., and you'll be able to download it for free. Normally on SoundCloud, you can hear all my songs. You can't have them. But this is what it's my 9th album. 9 albums. God, that's crazy. It's some dance, some slow stuff. It's cute. It's something I came up with in a couple of days, and I was feeling inspired. And I want to put out some new music this year, and so it's coming out. So it'll be a free album for folks. Just saying thank you for supporting me, and for my music fans who support my music. I can't thank them enough. I can't. Carson Kressley was good on it. I know Carson actually. Well, I should say I know. I've met him several times. Wonderful guy in person. I know Todd Bridges. So, but I found myself feeling for Lamar Odom. I was like, maybe I want him to win. I don't know. Very interesting. But yes, I did watch. Thank you. They're fun songs. They all start with S's. I had found out something that was by not on purpose. By the time I got to my 4th album, I was noticing my albums that I do solo or as my group Third Dimension, all the titles start with S. My first album was called was called Songs from Your Inside Voice. Kind of funny, right? Then the second album was an orchestra, so I named it Speaking with Strings because it was spoken word set to orchestra music. So both those titles made sense, right? It made sense. And my third album was Songs from and Inspired by my TV show Breaking Into. It starts with an S, the songs part. That's when I started noticing, I'm going, oh, is this a thing? Some people have things when it comes to their album releases. And I thought, how much further can I go? So my 4th album, because I got it commissioned, I was heavily listening to late 60s, early 70s music. I was inspired also by the album covers of the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's. Talking Heads had an album cover that was a cartoon, and Princeton Revolutions Around the World Today. So I had a cover commissioned. And so it's me in cartoon, my band in cartoon. And I came up with this title, Salty Clouds and Sunflower Dreams. What's a salty cloud? I don't know. Sunflower dreams are happy, right? So this was after my Bell's palsy, and I was literally writing songs, recording stuff. I had like 30 songs in my vault. Not all 30. I didn't want to do like a double album or anything. So I said, well, I picked like 18. That's a lot for an album, but not uncommon. And Salty Clouds, Sunflower Dreams is my most ambitious album ever. Very proud of it. One of my favorites, but again with the S. There's some of those leftover songs from those sessions, plus some new ones, went into Safety in Numbers, my 5th album. See, it's like the S's kept going. Even though I have a song called Safety in Numbers, I don't. I just want to do it. I have a song called, I don't have a song called, I'm just write one. Then I was in my vault looking at my, my producers were saying, I did these songs when I was learning how to speak again and use my voice after my Bell's palsy. They said you should release them. And I was like, nope, you should release them. They're very raw, not polished. And we decided to put them out. And he was right. It did very well for me. It was called Songs from a Dark Place. To the S's keep going. So then there's a whole big break in between there and that. And I was like, okay, well, last year is my 7th album. And I was like, okay. And this title came to me with my sister because she listens to, in America, you guys might have it where we are too, there's a Christian music station, but it's like they call it like Love Station, so it's like K-Love. They don't say Christian in the title, but it's like it's feel good music, positive music, they call it. but it's all Christian-based music. And it's all contemporary pop songs, dance stuff. Really good. I've been listening to it there in the car, and I'm like, they have like dance songs. And I mean, Christian music's really varied apparently nowadays. And groups like For Love and Country, and I love Toby Mac, because I was a huge DC Talk fan back in the day. I love Toby Mac and Lauren Daigle, who's a great voice. All these people, I'm like, who are these people? Where do they come from? You know, Torian Wells, and you know, all these people. I'm just like, what? And then that became Salvation is Possible While Dancing Your Way to Heaven. That was my 7th album. I did my first Christian songs on there. And then in December, I put out the slower album called Simply James. So all the S's just keep continuing. So the new album, which will be out either this weekend or beginning of next week, is called Surprise, because actually it is a surprise album. Surprise to me, surprise to you, and it starts with S. So the S's continue. Yes, Candace Mack is in the chat room. Candace, a lot of my friends are nominated for Independent Indie Series Awards. My friends Anthony Anderson, my friends at Love Undone. A lot of people are nominated. And so Candace is nominated, as you saw also. Forever and a Day has 2 nominations for Ensemble and for Best Lead Actor for Ben Bryant. Ben Bryant also had other nominations for other work he's done, that whole thing. But he's also a big hit on my series, The Grown Adventures of the Tooth Fairy, and the biggest one episode I have last year called Sugar Plum Fairy and the Nutcracker. He plays Nolan the Nutcracker, and he's so good. Ben is really good. He's a star on several platforms. So very happy for him, and very well deserved. And Forever and a Day was a great season 2. It was a good season 2. It was on my network. I'm going to season 2. It's no longer on my network now, but it was on my network. So yes, I made a statement. Put out there, my statement out there as one to do, because it was all the actors are wonderful. They did a great job. They did a great job putting together this show. It's not easy, trust me, I know. Not easy. So and I know for Candace, who loves this genre more than life itself, to be nominated in something that it's very important. I know how important that. I know how important it is to you. No, I get it. I totally get it. It's crazy. We were nominated for other awards, but this is like a big thing. It's almost close to an Emmy. It's close to that. So that's what's so crazy. So if you guys win that would be great for audio stuff. Now people ask me, and I will gladly say this: I did not submit any of my other shows at all. They submitted on their own. I didn't know they submitted. That was what they did. But I didn't submit any of my shows. Yeah, everybody's like, you have a million audio dramas. I had some concerns and issues with them, so I did not submit. I wanted to talk to them more, and they didn't return my phone calls or my text, so I chose not to submit. So that was just me. But for those who did submit and had no problems with it and everything, good for them. I think that's good. It's good. It's good publicity. It's good to add, as a person who's an award winner, it's good to say you're an award winner or award nominee. It's good to have that on your resume, good for marketing. And hopefully it gets more. And for me, all these awards and stuff, it's great icing on the cake for work, but also you hope that gives you more attention. Because there's 10, I say it all the time, and I know it's not a real word or real number, but there are 100,000 choices out there. And audio dramas, there's a lot more. And audio comedies. I'd like to think JLJ Media does the most of one network. I think somebody told me I do, but others are following, and there's no competition. I'm like, great, everybody, let's bring it, let's make it into something. The good ones will rise to the top. The cream will rise to the top. The ones that aren't so good, well, let's have some imaginative ideas. Let's get out there and make some fun stuff. So listen, people like to listen to stuff now. It's completely this new thing. And I'm like, come on, folks, bring it out, do it. What are your ideas? I just wrote 2 shows. I have Cupid's Crossing coming out, and then Jet Boy, which is a continuation of an actual comic book Airboy. That's coming out probably later this month. I'm putting that together. I mean, like we have a lot of ideas. Put them out there. So people like Lisa Kudrow, she's nominated against and stuff. It's just like, I mean, I want audio dramas. That's why I haven't gone into video and stuff. I want audio dramas to be something that's just normalized. Yeah, you know, I may or may not. You know, this is how I look at my life. This is how I look at my life. The one award I got for a Couple City Award, I'm very honored. I didn't think I was going to win. If I can say I was going to win, I didn't win. I didn't win the first. I was nominated, and I was nominated twice. Lost the first one, but I was like, oh, that's okay. I was like I'm a fan favorite. I'm never one. I don't think I'm one of the popular kids. I think people know who I am. So when it comes to awards, even like Flobo is a 3-time award winner. People have more awards than I do. I've just won. But people know who I am. So I think Free Bob Evans. Woo! Yes. Now that's the real prize. As I'm saying, the award nomination, the nomination, that's all the fun stuff that goes with it. I mean, I'll take all that. But no, I don't know if I will win awards again or anything. I don't know. I mean, I was a 3-time nominee this past year for the Couple. I was nominated against myself. So that means they liked my work. That's great. I mean, I love that. They like my work and everything. But I always think I'll never win. I mean, I don't know. I'm old too. I'm older. I'm just like, I put out my content and I hope that people like it. And I hope that all the actors and co-hosts that I have, who are all younger than I am, they literally all are younger than I am. Hopefully they get something out of it and it builds their careers. I'm at that point in my life. If I win an award, great. If I don't, I don't. I always say it's always interesting when you are popular, people like you. A lot of times there's some people you in the business who never win anything. I mean, Susan Lucci, took her 19 times, but there's other actors who never won an award. And you know who they are, and they're popular, and they're famous, and it's just one of those things. But I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like, you know, my time is, but if my work gets other people awards or nominations, I'm happy with that. That's fine. I have my little Campbell City Award over there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful award. I love it. And I'll probably submit for things here and there. But I don't know. I feel like the kids, I mean, I'm not going nowhere. Trust me. I'm going to still be doing my thing. I'm still working as hard as I can. But I feel like lots of it's for the kids. Come on, you guys work it out and get up there and do and like elevate the industry. That's what I want. I want it so that people look at us and go, there you go. See, they tried something and it worked. That's what I want. I want that. So I helped begat, for forever and a day. If it goes on to even greater success and fame, great. Go out there and do it. Make sure all those actors who are wonderful, like Elizabeth and Tyler and Matthew, and all that, please get them all out there and do it. I have ex-actors from other shows, like Dave Moxley, who plays Santa. He makes it big out there. I can say I had him first. Well, I didn't have him, but you know what I mean. I feel like that's history. You can't erase history. History is history. So I know my place. AfterBuzz, I was one of the most popular people at AfterBuzz TV. I was. They told me I was one of the most popular hosts they ever had. Was I their biggest Black superstar host? Possibly. But, and I was one of the few to actually win an award for a show there while I was there. And I got no recognition. So they were like, oh, okay. I mean, the other hosts were excited for me, but like, they didn't say nothing. I didn't hear from Kevin and Marie or anybody. I didn't hear from them, but I won. My speech went viral. Didn't hear anything. It's one of those things. I was like, I do it for me. The soap we created a whole soap block and got no respect over there. And Tony and I, and Lucretia and we had no respect. We did our shows. We were able to take them away from there and have them successful on our own networks. That's what I kind of look at this point. Like, okay, that's why I'm here. Been here for 7 years. Next week will be 7 years I've been hosting as a TV, whatever, this YouTube stuff. And that's the real win, right? That's the win. So I'm rooting for everybody else. I said, so my friends are nominated. And when the Emmys come out, same thing for them. I'll be happy for them. So I would love for Candace and them to win. That'd be fun to say I know them. So yes, so it'll be kind of fun to say I know them. So yes, and Candace for her will be a full circle. I told her it'd be a full circle moment. So maybe one day I'll get a lifetime achievement award or something one day when I'm like 80. I'll take that if I'm still around. That's what we do. Sometimes some of us, I come from a big family where nobody, I mean, I'm no one, I'm taking for granted all the time. So it's just one of those things. This is how it is. It's when you're the strong one, no one checks on you. That's all that kind of stuff. I'm used to all that. That says I'm the father, grandfather. I check on everybody else. Every once in a while, I get somebody to check on me once in a while. But that's just that. This is how it is. I used to be angry and bitter and resentful for it. Now I just know that's how I had to reconcile. That's what it is. My neighbors just out there. So it's not, and I know some of you guys can relate. As I said, it's kind of how it is, And a lot of times when people are the first of something, they don't get recognition. It's always the ones afterwards. So, and I'm used to doing that too. I've had many jobs where I was the first Black this, first person of color that. And later I would get people will say, James, you're the one who did this. So I get recognition later. So that's just hard. When you're the first, the person who does it the most, it's the next one that comes out and it's flashier. And I'm an assembly line. I just put stuff out there. I'm just out. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Not flashy, not crazy, but I think enjoyable. And I'm having success. I'm successful. I'm doing this for a living full time. This is what I do. This is organizing, life coaching. That's what I do. I get to do all this for a living. So I win. I'm winning on some level. Now it's hard during COVID times, a little bit. Where you're like, hello, this is not easy time. But it's good. So I'll be fine. It's be okay. It's just life in the big city. All kind of great things going. I dreamt of a show, wrote it last night. But I took a nap and actually drank it. Did I ever Google myself? Here's what's funny. So Flobo Googled me the other day and found some stuff that's crazy. I took pictures of it. I wish I could show it to you on here. So there are people using my name to sell t-shirts. Didn't know that. So I have a t-shirt. Let me get it for you guys. I'm gonna get it for you guys. Right back. Don't go anywhere, you guys. Don't go anywhere. Don't go. I'm going to show you. So on 2 separate occasions, I've worn this shirt on audition days. Guns don't kill people. Stefano DiMera kills people. This shirt, I just worn it. I didn't make it. I don't know where I got it. I have had it for years. They don't tell me much. I've had it for years. There are people online selling the shirts. They must have figured out how to make it as the James Lott Jr. shirt. That was the craziest thing. I saw, like, what? It's not my shirt. I just wore it on a show once. So I must be famous because that's how weird shit happens. It was like the James Lott Jr. Days Are Alive shirt. Like, I didn't make that. It's not my shirt. They're using my name. I'm not going to sue or try to go after me. Like, whatever. And somebody comes after me, I'm like, that's not me. I didn't think of that up. I'm not selling it. But isn't that crazy? So there have been times, I usually don't Google myself, but there have been times, let me Google right now, see what it says. Because there were times when I Googled myself, and it came up musician, or it came up, okay, so we can go to Google. It's so funny. I never do this. Okay, Google, James Lott Jr. It comes up First, it comes up musical artist. That's weird. James sings, acts, and has written over 20 books, but he didn't stop there. He has his own business as a professional organizer. That was May 28, 2021. The Daily Planet, my article there, Renaissance Man. That is hilarious. It pops up my Instagram first, then Facebook, my IMDb, Voyage LA, Daily Planet, my podcast, my one of my videos I did in 2020. This is a trip, you guys. Spotify, oh, my old Black Hope LA, my books. That's on the first page. Wow. But it comes up musical artist. That's so weird. Sometimes it's so weird. Sometimes it comes up something. I mean, that's what's so crazy. I'm like, musical artist. I am, but why did they come up host or actor or anything? They didn't come up that at all. It's interesting. So I just Googled myself. Now it's very interesting to see what comes up. But yeah, Flobo was doing that. He went on a couple pages and it was like, I'm selling the shirt. I'm not selling the shirt, folks. So if you're buying it, it's not from James Lott Jr. I didn't do it. I don't know how they made it because I bought it this way. So I don't even remember where I got. I don't even know where I got it. I must have gotten it eBay maybe, or I got it, or I didn't have it made either. I saw it and I bought it. And I've had it for years. I mean, I'm saying like 5 or 6 years. Crazy, right? Had no idea. So I've had that. I had a guy Google himself 2 years ago in 2020. He Googled his name and all my stuff came up. His name is James Lott Jr. also. He's a Black man, younger than I am, in LA. A personal trainer. And we actually became friends. The two James Lott. I'm trying to get him on my show still. The two James Lotts. Then last year, I got a call from my mother. I think I talked about it on one of my shows. I got a call from my mom, and she was like, "You're alive." Yeah. I mean, I would have figured somebody would have called me, but I mean, I'm like, what are you talking about? She sends me this obituary as an announcement. James Lott Jr., age 52, which was my age at the time. Black host, musician. It literally was like my resume. And I was like, that's a trip. We look nothing alike. He's another Black man. We look nothing alike. But it's like, that's a trip. So I saw basically my death, it seemed like, a death announcement. It was weird. People kept calling me. Did you die? You're alive. You're alive. I'm like, I didn't die. I'm not dead. Not a soap opera. Not back from the dead. I should have did that. I did die, but I'm back. I'm back, bitches. This coffee is good today. I'm drinking. It's a caramel coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. So yeah, so that's kind of the so I'm like Googling myself. Now I'm going to change the title of this video to, it just inspired me. See, you guys inspire me. Okay, so okay, it's alive. Googling myself. Is that a word? Googling? Google me. That's what James. It's very interesting. Yeah, so do that. And Googling himself. It's 2/3/22. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I'm saving that. Change is saved. Let's go back to the live so I can see you guys. Well, let me do it. Okay, let's go back to the live. So we're watching. There you go. I changed my title because of you guys. And Googling. Can't keep a lot down. Can't keep a lot down or something. Something about that. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here working it out. I just work. I just keep pushing through. I do. I was saying, I did say on another show, I don't have time to stay upset. I mean, yeah, I can be shady and salty about things here and there, but for the most part, the actual hate part or whatever, it's just, I make a decision and I just go with it, right? I decide you're not part of my life anymore. I move on. I don't keep talking about you. I don't go out my way to hurt you. I just move on. Life just goes on. I got things to do. I'm too busy. I'm writing another script right now. I'm gonna upload this music. I gotta make breakfast and all kinds of stuff. I don't have time for shenanigans and tomfoolery. Just don't. I am a machine. I'm trying to find something. I'll say we can get. I'll keep it. We can get. Okay, one second. I'm answering a question. Keep looking. I'm trying to collaborate with somebody, and he is just like, he is not open to anything. He is completely like, he likes a certain genre, and so I'm gonna keep looking. So he says something R&B or reggae. Okay. I guess I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. I do collaborations with people, and sometimes there's some people who are like me. We're open to the universe. We hear something, we try to work with it. And some folks are very much there. I only do this and that's it. And I've actually brought some folks out of their comfort zone with that. So I've tricked a few people. I go, yeah, just do it this way. And then I throw their vocals to something else and say, listen to this and see what they think. It's very interesting. So I'm going to try to find this person what he's looking for and see what he has. I'll just keep looking. And so first it was too techno, then it was too high hip hop, old school. Now he wants the R&B or rap. I'm like, okay, I'll look for something. I was gonna keep looking. I'm making fun. I'm like, no skin off me. We'll keep on looking. Until we find something. So Texas Rangers fan, my real name. There is a country music singer and a major league pitcher. Very good. Okay. So you must have a name that's unisex. My cousin Bobby, my cousin Joe, my cousin Sandy. Those are all those kind of names. It could be either. And we know some Michaels, of course, who are women. I know a James, my family, who's a woman. So there's all those like Tommy. That's another one. There's all those ones that are very unisex. They can be whatever. Even my friend whose name was Marianne. I'm like, that's interesting, because he was very old Italian. So like Marianne or Carmen, very old Italian. So yes. I was gonna cry about it. But yeah, some James Lotts out there. I'm not the only one. My father is out there, so I'm literally not the only one. But he goes by James Lott Sr. or Jim Lott most of the time. But it's funny, we both don't go by James Lott. I don't go by James Lott. That just seems, I feel like it's incomplete. I'm like, where's the rest of my name? It's on my birth certificate. Junior's on there. So it is legally my name. James Lott Jr. Well, James Harrison Lott Jr., but James Lott Jr. This coffee is good. It's even cold. It's good in my Grogu mug. I watched Book of Boba Fett yesterday. So today I'm going to watch it. I'm done with you guys. I'll have breakfast and watch, and just like that, the season finale. Natasha, I like Natasha. My stepmother's name is Natasha. So I know Natasha. She's Eastern European. So I know some Natashas. On General Hospital, Alexis' name is Natasha. So yes. So, but is Natasha, you think it's common? I don't know. I don't know if I would call it. I mean, well, in America, I don't know if I'd call that common. Is it? I mean, you know better than I do. That's your name. I don't know. I don't know any Natasha besides my stepmom. I have not met that many in my life. Tasha's, I know those. But you know better than I do. But yeah, her name's Natasha Lott. I think. And she's a lot, I think. La, la, la. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm losing people. And I love the show. People come through, they stay on for a second, they leave. That's what it's here for. Well, come on through, say hello. You never know who's gonna come through here and then go about your business. Have your day. And there's Boris and Natasha. There you go. From Fraction Fairy Tales. But I said, I mean, in person, I don't know. I mean, I'm saying I don't. Different spellings, okay? Like I said, you know better than I would. I would say that in my life, I've only met one. I've not met any others. So for me, it's not common. For me, like James is common. There's a 10,000 Jameses everywhere. Everywhere. Candaces and Lane Candaces, different spellings. Yeah, Junior, there you go, it's Junior. I wouldn't have chosen to be a junior, obviously, if I had a choice. It is my name. If I had sons, there'd be no third. I wouldn't have had a third. My grandson there was almost a Harrison James, was the reverse of my names. And I was okay with that. But if they wanted to do a James Harrison the third, they could have. James Lott the third or James Harrison, they could have. But I wasn't, yeah, wasn't a big, I mean, my name stops it. James is boring to me. It's a boring name. Being a junior has certain responsibilities too, being a junior. Every time I meet a junior, I always ask them about it. And they're always like, I never been asked. They always like, we never been asked about that. I said, no, nobody asked you about it. That's why I asked about it. I almost did a podcast on being a junior. If your last name was a junior, come on my show, let's talk about it. And that's something that I've been thinking about. So you never know. It may happen. Thank you for the childhood memories. Harrison James it's a great one. I'm James Harrison. Harrison James it's a great reverse. It sounds good reversed. I think it did. I agree with you. But they ended up with Ryland Tyler. That's the name they decided to go with. And I was pushing, my mom's name is Bonita. There's no other Bonitas in the family. We were pushing my granddaughters to be Isabella Bonita. Call her Izzy B. That didn't happen either. Didn't happen. So none of those happened. I'm gonna have to write a story one day and have that be the story for my mom. Say, there's a little something for you. Since I write stories all the time. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day today. It's sunny and bright. Supposed to be in the low 70s here in LA. I have friends and co-hosts who are like are homebound because of snow and ice. I don't miss that at all. I mean, it's fun at first to watch, but after a while, the reality of living in it, I'm like, quite all right with me. I only end up having one boy, so I'm glad we went with the junior name and didn't wait. Okay. I know. Well, usually juniors are the first boy. Usually, not always. Usually are. Not always. They can be second or third. Just depends on when you decide when you want to actually name the kid. There are no rules. There are no rules. Gardening today? No. I did some gardening yesterday. And they were forced. So today gets a day off. Probably tomorrow I'll pick up some more. I did all the watering a couple days ago. So yeah, so by tomorrow. I have some beautiful white Queen Elizabeth roses coming in. I took some pictures and sent online a couple days ago. They're pure white and they're beautiful. My loquats are starting to come in. They're still all green, but they're sprouting everywhere. So a big harvest this winter. So that's exciting. I love my loquats. My lemons are starting to flower. My limes, are starting to flower. We have lemons already. So that's some stuff. So I was looking at some stuff. So I did some watering yesterday a little bit in the backyard because I have a front yard and backyard, and I get worn out. It's like a farm. I get worn out. But I try to do all of it at once. So usually I'll split up and go, okay, I'll do front yard first one day, and then backyard another day, and back and forth. Whenever I try to do all of it, I'm old. I'm tired. Really? Well, it's just watering and picking and pruning. It's a lot of work. But I love it because it's fun. It's fun when I'm out there. I love it. I'm interviewing somebody today for A Lot Beneath the Soil. She's really good. Sure, this book is going to be really good. I have more episodes coming. So we have 2 episodes out now, a new one coming out probably this weekend. Probably this Saturday. Oh, right, tomorrow. No, this is tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? I have to think tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'm making a little note. I'm making a note. You guys inspire me. I'm making a little note to myself. Okay. Yes, there we go. A little note to myself. Notes everywhere. Notes everywhere. Yogurt land. I'm going there. Looking at my stuff. So okay. I think I'm gonna get off now. I know I don't think I'm on here for like an hour these last couple of days. But I got some things I got to do. I'm not done with Will Smith yet. Still reading it. I'm like halfway through. Because I'm reading, I had to stop and read some books that I'm actually reading for work. That's my leisure time. But I'm only at halfway mark. Halfway mark. So I'm gonna get off. It's 10 o'clock after 10 here for me. I gotta take care of some business. I gotta take some laundry, everything and to do. Probably back on again, probably tomorrow. You know me. I'll probably come back on again. But everybody have a good day today.